Welcome back. After enjoying a great weekend, sometimes you have to do a hard reset as you begin another week.
Okay, let's do that. Our great friend of the show and mental toughness expert, former United States Marine, Eric Rittmeyer, is here with today's Motivational Monday topic, the smile factor. Always good to see you, buddy. And
Love being here.
You got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to come down and visit with us, and you're still smiling.
Actually, I left at 5. I was up at 4.
Yeah.
Got to get the hair done. Got to get ready to go.
Yeah. It looks great, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate
I did mine the same way. There we go.
Feather.
So, the smile factor, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's funny. So I came up with this little acronym in the Marine Corps. We like acronyms. It's how we remember things.
Yeah.
So I came up with this acronym when I wrote my first book, and it was like, what is it about people that when you meet with them, you just feel this instantaneous connection with them? We talked about this off camera a little bit. There's these certain skills that anyone can learn on just how to connect with people. Once you learn them, it's pretty simple stuff to do. Just people don't pay a whole bunch of attention to it. So I'm like, why not come up with an acronym, just easily convey the message that anyone can very easily digest and hopefully help them to strengthen relationships, to meet new people, just to be happy all around.
Okay.
All right, the smile factor. So S-M-I-L-E. Let's start with S.
The whole spelling thing's difficult for me, Andres, okay? Slow it down a little bit. So the S just starts off with show me respect. This is very basic things that anyone can do. I'm not talking about yes, sir, and no, ma'am. I'm talking about simple eye contact. Don't cut the person off. Let them finish their statement. Don't look at your phone. Don't watch the TV. Make it all about that person. Just show them that respect of, I'm into our conversation. I'm listening to what you have to say.
I like the yes sir and no ma'am stuff myself. On top of that. All right, so that's the S. Let's do the M next.
Yeah, the M is make it all about me. So everybody likes the, everybody feels like, this is about me, right? I want the conversation to feel about me. I use an acronym within an acronym. I call this FROM: family, recreation, occupation, motivation. So when you meet somebody,
Family, recreation, occupation, motivation. So that's how we're going to make it about you.
So I find something when I'm talking with people, I find something as it relates to their family, as it relates to something they do recreationally, their job, their occupation, or something that motivates them. So when you're meeting with someone, find something that you can find. It's like, okay, that thing about family, oh, I have 2 daughters as well. Now you kind of focus on that, make it all about that person. What's up with your girls? Oh my goodness, my girls love your kids with strawberries, picking strawberries, right? My kids, they pick dandelions and they eat them. Do something to kind of, just something to get that. So make it all about that person. Make them feel like, hey, they're really paying attention to what I'm talking about.
And you make it sound so much easier, right? Because you're saying, let's tap into something you're passionate about. So you're literally smiling as you're talking about it, most likely, and creating a connection that people are more likely to remember than maybe some of the other things you might talk about, like the weather or other small talk.
People will forget the things you say. They'll forget the things you do. They will never forget the way you made them feel. You have to be very authentic. You have to be very sincere. You can't try too hard to do these things, but if you start to recognize the power that it has, it's something that can be very learnable.
All right, S-M-I. Okay, what's the I stand for?
Make me feel important. Everyone wants to feel important. I think I'm important. What's one great way to do that? Use a person's name. It's the most magical word in our language, right? Everybody wants to hear their name. Use that person's name, make them feel important, make them feel like it's all about them. Really simple stuff to do, although remembering names is not easy.
Yeah, that's tough.
Very difficult to do. I use rhymes in my mind. So when I meet somebody, like if your name's George, I'd be like, George, George, George of the jungle. That's how I remember. Bill, we're the only ones who remember that. The younger, they're not going to remember George. It's okay.
All right.
Whatever rhymes, whatever makes sense.
Watch out for that tree.
Yeah.
Exactly. Watch out for the tree.
All right, so that brought us to I-L.
The L is the easiest one. Make me laugh. Right? We have this so serious society right now. Everybody just gets so phosphorylated over nothing. Make me laugh. Everybody likes to laugh. I love dad jokes. I'll give you one. Did you hear about the guy that got hurt while playing peekaboo?
No, what happened, Eric?
He's currently in the ICU.
Boom.
ICU.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We got it, Eric.
It's simple. It's simple.
But it does, we can't help but laugh, and it just takes...
A moan would work, too.
What would?
Yeah,
laughter
absolutely.
is the universal language. Everybody understands laughter. We live in this society that's just so upset about everything. Kuna Matata. Just relax. Just be goofy and be silly with people. Everybody loves to laugh.
I'm easy at that. Goofy's my specialty. All right, so E is the last letter.
earn my trust. Okay, this is something.
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. There's one great way to do that, Bill. Start off by becoming a better listener, right? As a society right now, we listen with the intent to reply, not with the intent to understand. So if you watch the majority of conversations, it's two people talking. One person's listening just long enough to formulate their response. Once they have that response, everything the person says after that's like Charlie Brown talk, as opposed to listening with the intent truly to understand. It diffuses hostile situations. It takes people that get upset and just tampers it down. Make people feel like you're truly listening to them with the intent of understanding. If so, a great way to start earning trust.
I watch movies sometimes, and I'm always fascinated by the fact that, like, the people that seem the smartest are the ones that don't answer a question right off the bat. They sit there, and I'm going like, is he going to answer? Yes.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's not, I'm not rushing to answer or reply to what you're saying. I'm waiting and I'm thinking.
And what's the objective of the conversation, right? I mean, this is the thing. And again, I think when you meet people who do all these things, this is called effective presence. It's the ability to make others feel good about themselves. I feel like when you find these people who do these things, these really simple things, you leave that conversation feeling like, oh my goodness, like what just happened to me? Like I feel like this is amazing to me, right? Nobody does it, but again, everything we just talked about is really simple stuff to do, but at the core of all of this, authenticity and sincerity. You cannot just try to play this off like, oh, tell me more about your daughters playing basketball, and you're on your phone like, oh really, that's my net. It can't be that way. It has to be extremely authentic, extremely sincere. If not, it will be the exact opposite effect of people just not wanting anything to do with you.
You're
exactly
fake,
right.
yeah.
So we're really using our smile factor as a way to get to know people, but also maybe a good way to start a conversation if you need a little help getting started.
100%, especially in a day and age where everybody just automatically starts off by assuming that they don't like each other instead of just liking each other. Yeah. Again, the phrase of the day, the phrase of the year, Kuna Matata.
There you go. There you go. Well, Eric, thank you always for coming in, giving us something to think about.
Motivational Monday.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right.
If you'd like to connect with Eric Rittmeyer or learn more about this topic, just visit VirginiaThisMorning.com later today.
Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.